Howdy everybody, how y'all doing? And welcome to the Ice House, where we try to keep things cool, calm, and collected, and well, mostly chill. And you know, one of the things we do to make sure that this Ice House and this place stays chill is we value the importance of proper ventilation, right? Because, let's face it, in a climate like Texas, things get really hot and, well, it costs a little bit of money to run the air conditioning, but we honor our principles and our values and the namesake to make sure that it stays cool enough so that us, patrons, and Cubert all stay at the proper temperature, right? I'm not saying everybody has to be, cold as ice, but, it's a nice reprieve from the outside, right? Well, I mean, now that the hottest, summer temperatures are winding down, it's starting to get to that cooler fall breeze sort of weather where, if you step outside in the shade, it's just nice and pleasant. And if you're lucky, you're in a area where you get to see the leaves change and all that stuff. It's really nice. But if you live in a house like I do with, the wonders of modern engineering and well insulated, well, you know that even in these nice warm temperatures or cooler temperatures, that if you don't, run some sort of fan, but I mean really just opening up a few windows and allowing the breeze to run through, well, that can cool off the house and make it really pleasant really quickly. Once again, that relies on understanding ventilation and airflow, right? Because, well, as I once learned as a little waddler that, when you're trying to get airflow, you put one window open. If you only have one fan, you put that fan facing the outside window to blow the air out so that you can pull better air and cooler air in, Like on a hot summer day, it would be silly to blow all the hot air into your house, but some of us, if we didn't quite understand physics or the principles, would think that just moving air is enough to cool it off. Well, if you've ever been in a car with, the AC busted in 100-degree weathers, then you understand that that principle does not work. Not at all, right? So, I bet you're kind of wondering, hey Punk, why are you talking about ventilation? Well, kind of comes back to, the other principles and kind of the generalization and, let me just get to it, right? One of the important things that we as, YouTubers and people on the social media or the parasocial network, as I like to call it, one of the things we forget to do often enough is learning how to ventilate ourselves, right? Or as a lot of people say, venting, right? So one of the things that's really important is we all get upset, right? I know that, and we all have issues we need to figure out how to work out. And when we get steamed and hot under the collar, all hot and bothered, right? That has to go somewhere. That energy just doesn't just disappear. And if we don't have any way to vent that energy or try to figure out how to use that energy in a healthy way, right? Some people will go work out, do yard work. Some people will take that energy to go be creative or make something because that the tension that this situation brought allowed them to focus on what they want and really put it into it and put their heart into something. And that's a really great way to learn how to use your frustrations and your taking that energy and putting into a passion or a positive sort of thing, right? But the converse side of that, and I don't mean Chuck Taylor's is get it, is that if we don't do something with that, if we let's just take for the example that in the natural gas industry, it's deemed good that we have no emissions to the air and the atmosphere, right? So we're trying to have this whole feedback loop that no natural gas is lost and reused and recycled and cleaned to be able to continue and not lost, right? Which is a great idea for environmental, sorts of things. But when it comes to our own self and our own steam, we do not need to feed that back in a loop, right? If we can use it for a productive way, that's great. But if sometimes it just needs to go to the atmosphere so we don't take it out on ourselves or other people, that's really important. The other thing I want to say, and this is where venting versus drama comes in, is it's always important to have a few people that you trust, that you can talk to, that will be able to put up with you in that state for at least a little while, till they tell you, like, bugger off, like, I get it, but go, I don't know, go chop some logs or something, right? Go deal with this. But we always need to process it a little bit. But going back to the parasocial network is to figure out how to, if you need to talk about it, find somebody you trust that is going to listen, is going to, be willing to say what you might need to hear, not just what you want to hear, right? Because those are definitely two different things. But somebody that knows you and understands you and understands what you're trying to get at, and why this thing bothers you, right? As opposed to, I don't know, as the kids say, vague booking online, or just poking or stirring something up, or, telling somebody something that that they're going to go tell somebody in something, and, like the whole game of drama telephone, all of a sudden, all these people are stirred up and upset, and now we have this silly, gotta pick a side, stick up for somebody, when really, that was unnecessary, right? Could have been a simple misunderstanding, I don't know, or even, somebody you care about or know has a strong opinion that you disagree with. Like I said before, that can be okay if you can learn how to work through that and even agree to disagree, but still be able to be respectful of each other in these common spaces, right? So that's mostly what I have today to tell you about. Like, I think it's really important that like at a restaurant, make sure you clean those grease traps up there, because, well, if it collects too much, that can become a fire hazard. And so if there's too much stress and frustration and really full grease traps, that is a recipe for something very terrible, and nobody wants that. So, as your friendly neighborhood Puppet Penguin Sheriff, I'm just reminding you to be aware of, well, proper ventilation in your home, in your life, and online, and how you conduct yourself, because I wouldn't want that feedback loop to come burn you when you're just trying to figure out how to move forward, right? Because I think we're all trying to do that. Trying to figure out how to work out and work through stuff, and hopefully together, and move forward. Well, I guess that's pretty much all I have for you today. So if you want to drop a like, share this out, or tell me what you think in the comments, just let me know. And until next time, see you later. Bye!